Hello everyone, welcome back to Factorio using the Space Exploration mod pack. So we just got solar panels going. They're still being laid out. There's a few still missing, but that's fine. And it's definitely improving our power in space. Meanwhile, we're letting some science finish. We're, letting things go. We have it mostly sorted out, although it does seem like there's still some holdups with green science. What's the deal there? It seems like we're actually having trouble getting these labs filled just because of, here, maybe I can just short circuit some of this. Well, that would short circuit the, here. That would short circuit the rocket science, but not anything else. But maybe, I don't know, where is the holdup really? It's just loading here, it looks like. Like, this is not gone at all, just because it never has enough red. Oh, what's going on with our green? Oh yeah, we were having power problems, I forgot. The whole issue was, we're not generating enough of these. Because we're not getting enough, iron. And that was entirely because this signal was not being sent out fast enough. Maybe I should set this a little faster so that if it's like 3,000. Although I don't think it's a problem here. I think it's a problem on the ground. Maybe if this were able to unload a little faster, that might help. Then it would send the signal for the next one a little faster. But we have latency from when this empties to when the inserters on the ground go ahead and do their thing. What if we were to just flip it around like this a little bit? Yep. Will that get it loaded faster, I think? Or unloaded faster? And send the signal for more sooner? Probably what I need is a second one of these. And a second cannon on the ground. By the way, if I were to do this again, I would not do it like this. We definitely... This shooting things up into space, it's working, and I like the feel of it, but it requires so much setup time, and it just is kind of painful, that I don't think we're going to do it again. In fact, we might end up refactoring it in place later, but not now. And we're going to have to do it, of course, sometimes. We're not going to be able to send rockets from some places. But that's worth keeping in mind. Keeping that in mind. It looks like the holdup is space science. Now that these are all caught up again. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the green resolved itself, mostly. We still have this going. How many of the... What did I put as our... where we're accumulating those solar panels? Because I want a bunch of them. Like, they're just sitting in a box right now. Okay, it's a completely open box. We'll just let that fill up. Alright, in the meantime, I want to go back down to the planet and start thinking up things. Actually, first of all, we should probably make some of these. What do I need to make those? I need steel and circuits. Sorry, I'm just a little reluctant to jump down until I know I've got all the things I need. Steel. We're pulling in steel up here for science. Yeah. So just maybe some chests, please. I just want to get all these chests in the in something that's accessible by our bots. Because they're just normal steel chests at the moment. I did bring a bunch of stuff here, right? Where did I put it all? It's, here, some roboports. Get those out. Put them here. A whole bunch of solar panels I don't need anymore. A whole bunch of bots I should probably distribute. Some concrete if we need to build more stuff. There. We still have one more. There. Alright, let's put some bots out. There we go. Looks like they're having not enough, yeah, they don't have enough of those. Which, to be fair, we're not making. So probably I can make this a little quick thing here. Yeah, can you make some of these? No, I can't. I don't have anything I need. I don't have the things I need. Here, just go ahead and we'll borrow you for a moment. Can you make these, please? Thank you. That's probably enough. Go back to making your inserters, or your belts. Jetpack acceleration 26632. Why did it say that? Did I switch? I've still got solid rocket fuel. Why did it say that? Did I lose power all of a sudden? I don't know. That was peculiar. We are having to worry about our life support because I screwed up and brought the wrong stuff, but that's okay. We'll get that working. So what was I going to do here? I was going to make more power poles. So we need power poles, and they need iron sticks and copper cable. Alright, so it's a complicated little recipe, even though it's, you know, for a very, very simple thing. So, power poles, iron sticks, copper wire, and steel. And then the small poles, which need iron sticks. And wire, I guess. So... but no wood. I thought that might need wood. Or concrete or something. But I guess not. There. And those actually need to be reds. Alright, then steel here. Iron here. Copper here. And they'll put it in a chest. Here, let's just grab a few more things. Make sure we have enough of them. Here, don't fill this up over much. Just about, like, say that much. So more steel. More copper. More iron. Alright, that should get that going. These are apparently outside of range of roboports. Here, make one of these. Over there. What about down? That's enough. Those are at least partially covered. Look at that! Our production is so much better than our satisfaction. Well, our satisfaction is max. But I'm saying we can produce far more than we need to. Alright, let's drop everything and go back down to the planet. Alright. Oh, I probably need a bit of fuel. So if we were going to go out from here, that would require these modules, the cargo rocket sections. And we can't just go straight from any orbit to any orbit. We have to actually go from... We have to go in a line. Okay. Got to keep that in mind. Either way, back down to Novice for now. What do I have in here? Nothing. Okay. So, the next thing we want to do is start building the next science pack. Where am I? We're way far away from where we usually land. I should have specified. Actually, can I just pick that up and bring it with me? Because this is so far away from where we usually load our rockets. There we are. This is where we do our work. Alright, so the next thing we want is the next science pack. Let's just go ahead and map that out. So we just made solar panels. New one. We want... utility science packs. Alright, so let's take a look at this for a moment. Ingredients are solar panels, which we have a bunch of. Efficiency modules, which are just electronic circuits. Interesting. Usually the modules require something more than that, but they're just these are just electronic circuits. I guess I can leave that there. Then the solar panels, which if we're gonna make them, you know, all internally. The glass might be a sticking point there, but either way. Cryonite rods. That's the thing we don't have any access to yet. Well, I guess we don't have any access to any of these. Cryonite rods. So that's powder, crystal, and heavy oil. You know, I think I remember looking at something about cryonite, reading this back when we were first looking at it, right? We said that you don't actually need the ore, right? Or am I wrong? So the only use for cryonite is to turn into powder. But then do we use powder for a lot of things? No. The only use for the powder is crystals or rods. What about crystals? And the only point of crystals are rods. So yes, all we really we can do, then the rods are used for a bunch of things. But basically, all the cryonite could be processed in place into rods, I think. Assuming we have, I guess the sticking point might be the heavy oil. Which we could probably make from many things. It's not much heavy oil. Can I shoot rods into space? Yes, I can. 200 at a time. So I think that's definitely to our benefit. Let me just actually check this. So 200 rods. Each rod is... here, can I even just see it when I hover over it? No, it doesn't tell us the raw ingredients. So... one cryonite is one powder. And a crystal is 4 powder. So that's basically 4 cryonite, and 1 heavy oil becomes a rod. And then we can carry the rods 200 at a time. Oh, that's definitely more efficient to shoot up rods rather than to shoot up the raw cryonite. Like maybe even can we even shoot up the dust? I don't think we can. I don't think that was a problem. So you could shoot up the raw cryonite in a delivery cannon, but the crystal, I'm sorry, the dust, the powder, and the crystal cannot be. They have to be combined. But those can be shot up and then used with a bunch of other stuff. All right, let's go back to our pattern. So we're going to have cryonite rods we're pulling from somewhere else. Let's assume that it's just available somewhere else. We don't need to worry about that. I should probably specify how much I want. So I want to, let's say we're going to just produce 2 a second for now. 10 a second would be the goal, but I just want to get a feel for the requirements. So the rods are going to be arriving from somewhere else. The hell, let's just say 10. So that would need 20 space manufactories. Supplied by 3 of those, 4 of these, and then these other 2 things. So machine learning data, that would need 100 supercomputers. Maybe. Wait a minute. So, okay. Okay, wait a minute. There's a cycle here. So, you use the machine learning data and it gives you junk data card. So that gets consumed. Or, well, we produce this. Junk, okay, wait a minute. I need to look at this over here. So, junk data cards, which are produced by a lot of things apparently, but to make them, you can take a blank data card. You just have to add some thermal fluid to it, and now it's going to heat up the thermal fluid. Interesting. Okay. So you take a junk card and you heat it up. So it's 70% chance. So this says that we need 100 supercomputers, but that's assuming we have to replace all of them. Instead, we have to, bootstrap it. But then once we have it done, 70% of them will be rebuilt. So we only need 30 supercomputers, maybe 32 in order to get the process moving in the right direction. Okay. Well, we can work on that. What about the thermal fluid now? That's in both. Actually, okay, there's different methods. Oh, and fixing these does require supercomputers also. So maybe maybe I'm not lessening how many computers I need. Maybe I'm making that worse. So we need 10 a second blank data cards. And I'm sure there's no way to make them just from scratch to bootstrap it. Yeah. Polished data storage substrate, which needs cosmic water and rough data storage and then glass. And okay, that's simple. Or just chemical gel, which we also have. All right. Where does that take place, though? This takes place in the manufactory. Okay. So, yeah, that is the okay. That's the same recipe. I'm just getting confused. I was thinking we were looking at 2 different recipes, but this is the recipe that needs the computers. So we're going to need something to bootstrap it up to make the initial set of blank data card or of the initial set of blank data cards. But once we have them, 70% of them can be reused each time. So I guess I need to put this here. Assume that that's going to work. It's probably going to cause like a weird error. Because this is producing broken data cards. Wait a minute, broken data. Oh, that's from this. So we need 22 of these to process. Wait a minute. How many junk data cards are we producing? Only 10. And this says we need to produce 14. So the difference between them, that's the amount. So if we were to fix this at 10, which I can't seem to do, then that would tell us how much we actually need. So probably like 18 of these machines. That will be enough to replenish or to regenerate the blank data cards. And I guess we always need 100 of these. Because 100 of these, I mean, that seems pretty demanding. What does a supercomputer need? If we were to build one. You're getting in my way, thing. I'm trying to build stuff and you're like getting in my way. Supercomputer. This. It needs a ton of processing units, but actually it's not that bad. It's got to be in space though. Each one consumes 1.03 megawatts. How much did our new solar panels do? 1 megawatt. And okay, so we need 3 of these solar panels per computer. Maybe we should be less ambitious. You know, we're gonna run into the same problem everywhere, though. So I don't know why I should be less ambitious. Let's say we're gonna aim for 10. All right. So that's the cards. What about the thermofluid? So we're using thermofluid at several points along this path. And we need the cool thermofluid. Let me just actually look up its process. So it seems like there's 2 loops. There's the thermofluid loop, there's the data card loop, and then you have to supply it with a whole bunch of cryonite and solar panels. So thermofluid. And then apparently it doesn't want me to search for it. So the cool thermofluid you can produce in radiators from hot thermofluid. Or from even cooler, super cooled thermofluid as a reaction. So cool thermofluid at -10. That's what we need. That's what we need to create. It looks like there is some loss of cooling it back down from 25 to 10. You do consume some of it. Although apparently that gets better as you improve. Whole bunch of really, okay, way down the line, there'll be stuff that uses super cooled thermofluid and gives us back cool thermofluid, but that's not what we're looking for right now. We're looking for things that, what is this for? This is, well, this is not something I can't do right now, but it's another way of consuming data cards? To create super conductivity data. Never mind. That's something else entirely. This is more super cooled. This is cold thermofluid. And that's about creating polarization data, which is not what I need right now. Significant biomass. Well, how do we get the actual thermofluid to begin with then? So once we have hot thermofluid, we can cool it down. That's pretty clear. What about this? So there's 135 recipes generating it, or resulting in it. Do I have any? Can I just find it over here, perhaps? So we can create new ones from chemical gel, heavy oil, copper and iron plate, and sulfur. So it's very oilish. And then we cool it down. We can cool further if we wanted to. Alright, let's take a look at that recipe again. So we're routinely going to be turning cool hyperthermofluid into thermofluid. And we need to cool it down again, which should be easy. That's the simplest thing to do. So that's just going to need 24 of these thermal radiators. That's easy. We'll have to make some in the first place, but that seems far easier than the data card route. Seems like we're going to have a lot of computers eventually. Because, I mean, that's 100 computers right there. That's not nothing. Alright. So, well, I mean, the thing I don't have any access to at the moment. I can build the other things all with what I have, but not the cryonite. So we need to go get some cryonite. Let's take a look at our universe. So we are on Nauvis. Let me actually jump out to the map. Not this one. This one. So we're on Nauvis. And it's got the things it's got. Is that cryonite on Sol Salas? It is. There's a little bit of cryonite on Sol Salas. Should we just go there? Tons of crude oil, too. No biters. Okay. That's a possibility. But I mean, look at the numbers. 12 compared to 45. What's the 45? That's holmanite? An octarine. That has some vulcanite on it. Samil, iridite, and tons of cryonite. But this is mainly an iridite planet. It's no threat also. Haze has some vulcanite. And then Elysium has some cryonite. Only a little bit of crude oil, but it has both cryonite and vulcanite. Tons of holmanite. And Assisrand also has a bunch of cryonite, but also a lot of vitamin melange and biter meteors and high threat. I'm assuming that this is going to be a vitamin melange planet, and we're not going to want to use it for anything else. What about other planets? Here's our vulcanite planet. The Shire, another vitamin melange place. Threat's not very high, only 17. Here's another cold one. But this isn't any better than Samil, right? Cerberus. A stone planet? How boring. Alvega is another vitamin melange place. Only 1% threat at the moment. But it's awfully far from us. And Etnor is a coal iridite planet. With 100% threat. So that's a death world. The asteroid belt has Beryl. And nothing else I want. Luke is iridite. Loliento is a cryonite planet with biters on it. Very far from us. Lots of delta V to get there. So that's the only cryo planet we've seen so far. Another iridite planet. Barome. Cryonia, another cryonite planet. very far away, but no threat. I don't know. Maybe we should just stay in our own orbit. Just go to the moon, rather than trying to go all the way out here. So the two options are Sol Salas, which has a very small amount of cryonite on it, but a lot of crude oil, or Samil, which has a bunch of cryonite on it, and a decent amount of crude oil too, but not much iron or copper. Okay, wait a minute. We said we can get away with shooting stuff from the surface. Could we build a cargo rocket? Like, what do we need for a cargo rocket? I mean, to populate a cargo rocket, you need several things, but mostly these cargo rocket sections, which need a bunch of stuff. Still, if you've got iron and coal, and I guess rock, you can make it all. I mean, iron and copper. But I hate putting that much infrastructure on a separate planet. We'll just shoot stuff into space. Alright, Samil's our target then. We're going to go to Samil. We're going to drop... let's take a look. So it's got a bunch of stone nearby. Oh, do we want to do stuff with cores? I hadn't thought about that. Like these core seams for iridite. It's not. It's. We want the cryonite, not the iridite. So I guess not a good idea. So we're gonna go to Samil. I'm dithering. Let's prepare a cargo rocket with all the things we're gonna need to set up a little mining base down there. So start up a cargo rocket. I'm going to give it some cargo rocket sections also, so that we can blast off from it. I don't know how much it's going to require to get back here ourselves. There, let's go with that. 4 more. So that will be for our capsule to get back up into space. And then we just need to give it a ton of things, I guess. Just, here. A whole bunch of fast transport belts. Let's do this more systematically. Let me drop all this stuff in a box. Alright, and before we do anything, let's get our life support cleaning up. We're going to need a bunch of fuel also. I should just load that right in. Let me give you more belts first. This might be annoying. Maybe I should just cut till after I've fully supplied this guy. I don't know. I'm gonna let it go. Tell me if it's annoying, and next time I have to do this, then I'll not do it. I'll do it cut. Let's bring a bunch of these also. Need a bunch of those. Kinda, I just want to bring my entire mall, you know? Whole bunch of miners. We'll need a bunch of piping. That's true. Bunch of poles. I forget. When we were talking about the cryonite, Here, let's make a thing for cryonite rods. What was that being built in? Do we need to do it in space? That might be an issue. I would assume not. It needs industrial furnaces or thermodynamics facilities. Some recipes are disabled while on the ground, cannot be placed on land. It seems like there's both a normal and a grounded version of it, but it says it cannot be placed on land, so maybe I'm just wrong looking at it. But this can be placed on land. In fact, it can't be in space. That's the better furnaces, I guess. So what do I want? How much do we say we needed? For the other thing, we needed 20 per second. Let's say we're going to produce 30 per second, because there's other uses for this. We can make steam just from power. So that's 6 belts. This needs to be all in red belts, though, because we're on the ground. We're in Red World. So 10 belts. We're going to have a lot of sand. We can just turn that into landfill. But what I was asking for was this. Does this need to be chemical plants? It seems it does. It can't be, it's not going to be the assembling machines. These are in mechanical facilities. Or pulverizers. Which one do I prefer? Can't be placed on land. So not that one. Pulverizer. Which I believe I can make already, right? Oh, I probably should have paid attention to this at some point. These packing cargo rocket sections and unpacking them. Oh well. What am I looking for? I was looking for... Not this. I was looking for pulverizing. Yes. So we can make that easily ourselves. We'll need a bunch of them, though. And a whole bunch of these chemical plants. Not just for this, but also for the oil. How much oil does this need, babe? I wonder if it would be better to do it like this. All I really need is the crude. The heavy. I mean, the light oil and petroleum gas aren't helping. Although we will need them to make these, I suppose. To make plastic. There's coal on the planet, right? I'm not sure now. Let me double check that. Like if need be, we could just supply that remotely. But I'd be much better if it does have coal on it. Yeah, it does. In fact, I remember there was a coal thing right there. So it's just no iron, just very low iron and copper. That's the issue. So everything has to be brought in. In other words, we will need a few of these. And why isn't this even working? Because I got rid of its predecessor. Fair enough. Oh, and that needs something too then. That was a lot of steam engines. I didn't need that many steam engines. Let's put that box back down. Alright, now that's starting to fill up again. You don't need to make that many. How about just, you know, a line of them like that? But you... I'm going to grab those. Grab all these, all those. We're going to need a bunch of those. We're going to get there and not have the things we need. I mean, that's almost going to be a certainty. Because life sucks. And we're bad at planning. Wow, we're just eating up everything upstream while they try to fill up these boxes. Here, you can make it a little shorter. More of those, please. I guess I could bring an entire rail system if I wanted to, but we're gonna send up enough belts that I hope we won't need to. In the future, maybe. Here, let me grab this. What? Only 6? What happened to the rest of them? We're out of coal. Alright. So, more belts. And belt thingies. We're definitely gonna need more inserters than that. We're good on miners, I think. Definitely need more of those. Need more. I'm gonna want definitely more fuel. I'm just going to assume that I'm going to screw up something, and we're going to have to come back and bring another rocket down. I mean, that just seems the safer assumption. We should actually get some sort of construction for these, not those. What? The new furnaces, these. So they need processing units, concrete, electric furnace, heat shielding, steel. That's not bad. Where do we have those things? Steel is there. Concrete, heat shielding. Here's the heat shielding. I'm trying to find a good spot just to plunk this down somewhere. And I'm not seeing a great one. Yeah, this would be close to ideal, but not exactly. Where are these even going? They're coming down here. Okay. So is this any better? No, there's no concrete here. What if we were to build... Yeah, of course, I just threw it all away. Let me just borrow this one for a moment. If we were to... Sorry, I'm immediately stealing my own things. Here, grab some of those too. Just in order to make this happen, let's bring it like this. Our concrete's way back there. This should not be as annoying as it is, but this is why I complain about my factory being poorly planned. I just didn't set things up the way I needed to. It's because of crutch logistics. Because you know that eventually you'll have logistics to help you out with stuff. What else do I want to put on this belt besides just this? We've got the heat shielding, I guess, already. So you got heat shielding here, you've got the steel there, you've got what you need here. The blues are kind of far away. Alright. And we want one of those like this. I suppose I could find a good spot to put this on my mall. But whatever. Now we just need blues. Which we're not going to be able to sneak over to here. Let's just put them in a box. Alright, that will get us a few of these. We were saying we wanted how many? Not that. For that. Whatever. We can get water from the ground. There. Oh, it's the idea that it produces excess water when this step happens. What a shame. I mean, I'm not worried about that. We were saying we needed 75 of those. I should make the pulverizers somewhere else, because right now I'm just making them by hand what I need. Concrete plates, steel plates, pipe. That sounds like somewhere we can make it on our bus. Something we should have done ages ago, I'm sure. So, yeah, can we just change you up to a pulverizer? Pipe, concrete, iron, steel. I don't have concrete here. I have concrete over in this one, don't I? Here, make a few more of these. Concrete. There's no iron here. Iron over here. We're gonna need more of these. A lot more. I probably don't need that many of these. Here, let's switch this one over. So you are going to be making for me the pulverizers. And this can switch over to being pipe. Concrete, iron. So we just need this here. Slow! Oh my god, that's slow. That's going to take a long time. To make 75 of those? I want to do this today. I hate to break my maul, but I think I'm going to have to. if I'm going to actually get this done. We can change it up a little bit. Here, when this one's done, we can rotate. Here. Put that one there, that one there. Put this one as pipe. This keeps going down. You pull in from those. You don't output your pipe there. Good? Yeah. And then this one, same thing. That's going to take forever, but at least it's happening at twice the speed it could. Alright. Grab a bunch of these. We'll need roboports, of course. And bots. Where are my construction bots? They're probably all off somewhere. But I think that'd be safe. Just assume this is going to be a 2-rocket thing. So the first rocket's going to lay out infrastructure and as much as we can recall that we need. And then the second rocket's going to come and give us all the things you forgot. don't put as much, you know, as much pressure on that first rocket to get to be perfect. We got lots of space though, so I'm gonna keep on filling it with stuff. We need to go back up into space and get some solar panels. The good ones, not these crappy ones. And just to be safe, we should probably take a decent amount of just each raw resource. So we'll bring a whole bunch of iron up there. Circuits of different types. We finally filled that box. I think we got the miners we need. So, like, let's grab a bunch of concrete. A lot of these. Why not? We're giving our factory a bit of a workout today. Assessing how well it does all these things. Hell, let's bring some batteries. Why not? Who knows? We might need them for something. It can't hurt. How's this going? We're getting a few of these. That's much faster than the pulverizers. Do I have heat shielding in a box somewhere? Yes, right here. Why is this all stopped? No greens. Yeah, our mall is taking up all the greens. Alright, now this is a little controversial. Do we actually want to try to build these there, or do we want to try to shoot a bunch up and eventually perhaps shoot them from here to that other planet? That might be the way to go. You know, maybe that's what I should be thinking in terms of anyway. Having a bunch of little, like, I'm going to grab all these right here. It's going to really slow down my factory, but I think it'll be of help. It's about whether to make these locally or to use them here. Which, you know, certainly if we're going to use them, we need to send up delivery cannons and chests and stuff. I need some rocket fuel or I'm going to fall out of the ground, of the air. Where are we making that? Right over here. I just walked right by it. Okay, 64. Okay, to make some of these delivery cannons, we need a bunch of steel. We need a bunch of steel, motors, pipes, concrete, and heat shielding. All sorts of stuff that I usually grab here. I'm very much trying to avoid dithering about, you know, and saying we can't go yet because it needs to be perfect. I think I'm going to force myself in the next 10 minutes to actually begin heading over there at least. Oh yeah, we've just completely gutted this place. Yeah, we really, just from grabbing all these complicated final products. I want 500. 9 minutes to go ahead to launch. Not to launch, but going back up into space and getting solar panels probably. Piping. I should. I'm gonna bring a couple chests also. Oh, just so that if we like need something stupid like iron or rocks, we can just send it over without having to actually go back to the planet. So to do that, I need more steel, more heat shielding, and some radar. That's good enough. Like I'm saying, at a certain point, it becomes silly because you know you're gonna screw up to just keep on pushing for making it perfect. But I hate to, you know, get over there and find that I have to come all the way home because I forgot like a screw or something. That would feel terrible. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a radar. If needs be, we can set up something. Do I need to bring a meteor defense? Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know if the meteor defense is going to protect our moon. It says an entire planet in its orbit. And this is a moon in our orbit. I would actually bet that it would not. But I could be wrong. That'd be nice. I should, 5 minutes. 5 minutes till I told myself I was going to go. Let's just go and do something at least. Grab a few of these, some of those. I can't get that. We're actually running out of research. Good. Oh, we're going to need accumulators, of course. What am I thinking? I guess we'll go with just a few of them at first. But yeah, that's going to be a thing. If we're going to pretend we're going to rely entirely on solar. Or if we intend to rely entirely on solar. And just from the get-go, I'm going to need some containers. I should just make a bunch of these. Red circuits. 2 minutes. One of these and 5 of those. And now I'm just racking my brain trying to figure out what I forgot. I haven't grabbed these yet. Let's grab those. And from now on, place a limit on you. We don't need that many. I'm just going to bring some raw heat shielding along, just in case we need it. I probably should bring some LDS. That would make sense. Some blues? Why not? Okay, we have 100 spaces left. That seems reasonable. I want to get some solar panels from space. And then we need to actually go and place a landing pad, of course. I think that's what we should do next, probably, then. Let's go ahead and get our capsule ready, and we'll head into space. Here, I don't need to bring all these things. That can go away. And let me switch this out. What am I doing? I am looking for these. Alright, so you need rocket sections. Probably a few more. And then as much fuel as I can fill in you. And we'll refuel in space. But I want it to be, you know, as full as possible. Oh, it's time to go. It's time to go. Let's go. Now I can take 7 more slots. That's what. It's all going to be fuel. I don't need to bring fuel up. I've got fuel up there. You know, I'm going to have to go up and down twice anyway. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Take us up to Novice orbit. Here-ish. That is so off target. Like, you should be embarrassed, space capsule. Okay, our next destination is Sol Salas orbit, which does need first stage stuff. We got to keep in mind. And 24 fuel only, though. So, I think we need to grab perhaps more of the sections than fuel. Though we want to be full of both. And, most importantly, I want to grab a landing pad. Which I have up here somewhere, don't I? Yes. There. Oh, I'll grab those two. No, I don't need those for now. I'm trying to stay light while we're going through space. So, fuel. Actually, wait, more sections. And a bunch of fuel, please. Going from orbit to orbit should not be as intensive as going from planet to orbit, though. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to be a problem. I wish there was like some sort of a trip planner route, though, or a trip planner thing. Oh, I want more fuel than that. Let's go get some more fuel. We've got room. And do I have any just up here somewhere? Little tiny bits. Alright, let's head outbound from Nauvis. Here we are in Sol Salas orbit, where there's nothing. We could go down to the planet for cheap, but we don't need to. I want to go to Octarine orbit, which isn't that expensive. We can just keep going. Here, put that there. Maybe put this there too? It doesn't matter. It matters a little bit. It's one less fuel to have it in this box than that box. Does this change it? No. They're both considered inventory. Okay, to Octarine orbit. Oh, this is exciting. We're going across space. Where there is, again, nothing here. And we go down to Octarine, which isn't that expensive, but we want to go to Samil. Alright, and then down to the planet itself. There we are. Our first step on a new planet. Are we using life support? I'm not sure. Here, do we have a life support? Yeah. Suit buffer. Environment moon. Hazard no. When in need. So we're not in need, so we didn't even need to bring life support. Alright, let's just take here. Decide where we want our main base to be. So navigation satellite. I'm just gonna quickly look around. I'm kinda looking for somewhere with a cryonite deposit near some oil. You know, in hindsight, you probably should just go as far away from the starting area as possible. Because, like, don't areas increase in richness as they go? Let me just see if that's true on these moons. So, like, this is a 1.2 million. That's a 2.6. I don't know. Let's just get let's go really far away and just see if they're more. Oh. Ah. Well. Okay. Scan the entire surface for me, please. Wow, they actually see the curve of the planet. That's kind of cool. That's something new. That's not on there on Novus. Or I wonder if it is. I just haven't ever gotten out to the edge. Well, now it's not even revealing how I go around. Oh, it did, just slowly. I'm just looking up here, watching the blank spots on the map disappear. Looks fully scanned. That's the planet. Now it makes a lot more sense just to put this in the middle, just for, you know, logistic purposes. Here's some oil. Some more oil. There's a huge amount of oil down there across the bay. We didn't think to bring any landfill. Maybe I should have. But I think we're going to be generating a ton of sand, so we can maybe make the landfill locally. So these deposits, this 2.6 deposit is actually a lot more attractive now. Like right around here somewhere might be a good place to build. What's that? Oh, that's my ship. Lots of oil up here too. I mean, just like right here, this could be a big processing area. Like right like this. I'm trying to think of like what's the best way to do this. Because I don't necessarily want to build the thing right next to the cryonite. I think this is fine. Where we are. Let's go ahead and here, grab all that. This is the Samil landing pad. Ready to receive next payload. I can actually get back up into space. Let's see if we can return home. Like, I was betting we would not be able to because I think we would have to do an emergency burn. But no, it's only 6 to get up. With no cargo. Cool. Let's go. I mean, it's not a big deal. We could do an emergency burn and get home, but it would have to rebuild the capsule. Which is not nothing. So back to Octarine orbit. You know, I bet I could put my life support in there. No, it wouldn't matter. I could just drop my life support. Alright, back to Sol Salas orbit. Back to Nalvis orbit. Awesome. And now we can pick up those solar panels. Oh, they don't stack very high. That's okay. Here, grab all of them. Why not? Back down to the planet. That's not where I told you to go. But that's okay. I don't blame you. Here. So all of these go in. The capsule goes in. Let's see if there's maybe a few more things I can grab before we head. So these, we didn't put any barrier on this, but we probably should have. Some more of these, perhaps. I mean, maybe I'm approaching this the wrong way. Like, I'm setting up for a really big thing. But there's not that much cryonite out there. I mean, there's not billions of cryonite, you know? There's, like, maybe a few tens of millions? I might be going a bit overboard. I hadn't realized the planet was so small. Like, I can definitely see that at some point we're going to be stuck core mining in order to get more cryonite. But, well, not yet. What am I doing? Grab more of these. All right. Shall we go? So you are going to... it's in Samil. So it needed more rocket fuel to do that. Okay. Cargo safety, 99% landing chance. Failure results in loss of all sections. Cargo is still delivered. That's fine. Going to the landing pad. That changed something. What did that change? If I say general vicinity, landing chance requires landing pad. Okay. Is it changing? No. Hey, we actually almost filled it up entirely, too. One more thing. Let's just grab these real quick. And house some more rocket fuel. Why not? Our capsule's gonna be okay, right? Like, we're still gonna have a capsule. The one that's on top here. So we can always just do an emergency burn to get home, I believe. I think so. Let's go. Yeah, our capsule's still good. And looks like we kept a decent amount of the cargo sections. Good. Oh, I made one more? Sure. I brought some of these, yes? Good. And I have my own bots, which I did not apparently bring, but that's fine. And we had some roboports, right? Somewhere. Here. Oh, I guess we didn't cover that entirely. That's fine. That's probably more than we brought. How many solar panels is that about? That's 400-ish. I don't remember how many we brought. Alright. So everything's out. There's the cryonite. So we were thinking we would need... How many did we say we would make? We said we were going to need 10 belts. We're not going to need 10 belts. You know, I didn't even think to check. Does cryonite need sulfuric acid? No, it doesn't. It just needs regular miners. Good. That would have been so annoying if I hadn't even realized. That would need 1,000 miners. We don't have that many miners. So let's lower our expectations a bit. Let's say we're gonna make 10. So that's still 4 belts. We can make 4 belts. That seems reasonable to me. I did not bring any oil refineries. I knew there'd be something I forgot. I bet I didn't bring any glass either. What else do we need for an oil refinery? Small electric motors and glass. We can make some glass locally. But I swear, I told you we were going to forget something. Alas. Here. Did you get these? Try placing another one. Until you run out of panels. Well, never mind. Let's just say let's assume that we're going to make this work. So we're going to have 25 industrial furnaces that are being fed by less than 1 belt of each. That's perfect. 25 furnaces on 1 belt. And should we just do it right here? I didn't bring my my blueprints, my deconstruction blueprints, which like would make sure we're not accidentally getting deconstructing the factory. But that's fine. Here, I need to grab some stuff. At least 1 or 2 of the things so that we can plan the rest. Oh yeah, it's nighttime. I guess I should put some accumulators out there too, right? Yeah, if any bots are in there, you can load them into this. These, we should just go and look for them. It's all unsorted. It's a mess. Bots. Do we have more of these accumulators? I'm not. Am I just blind? There's 250 of them more. And then 380 more? Oh my god, we brought a lot of solar panels. How many is this? 300? Why isn't that lining up? Because I grabbed a terrible way of doing it. Yeah, that's fine. Here, just don't build those. Did I not play it? No, I did. So this is 540, and we have 71 left. We don't have to worry about them. We can place them later. Alright. I got some of those. I need just a few things. Belts. Inserters. Should we use stack inserters? Probably. Power. So we said it was going to be 25 of these. And they're taking in oil and 2 other ingredients. How are we going to do the oil? So there's room there. It might be easier to do it between. So we pull it in there. Then we can run belts all along the top and bottom. So like that. And let's say we're going to have output like this, and then 2 inputs. The 2 inputs are more than half a belt, right? Yeah, they're both almost a full belt. And that's with our scaled down version. Eventually we might scale this up back to the larger version we were initially planning. Alright, and can we reach the center from here? I can. Perfect. So let's say we're gonna put one even with the, like that. And then we'll place them on the very end here where they can go together. Probably like this. I don't like it. Can we... They're just so close to being able to hit connect. Let's use these. Just so it doesn't look so ugly. With the way the wires go. Or be off-center. It must be symmetric. Okay, make this. Cover the full blueprint area. Let me grab the piping. I know I brought piping. Yep. All right. And I need some yellow, some reds. I could have done this all by 2, but I prefer seeing this more than... I would not trust it as much. This is pretty slow, right? Like, what are the logistic requirements? 1.4 across the entire 25 thing, so it's slow. I was thinking whether I needed more than one red, and I don't. Looks good to me. So, and how many total we said? 25, but I never placed 25. So we're going to place, what, 28? So 4, or rather 8, 16, 24, and a half. Maybe I'll just place a full 32. It looks like I did mess up part of my blueprint. And this doesn't quite make sense. Oh well. It looked good when I only had 4 of them at a time. Okay, and I need my bots. I need you to continue passing this along, please. Alright, now upstream of that, we're going to have 60 chemical plants. Oh, I didn't bring any boilers either. You know, I need a notepad. So boilers and, we need both boilers and we need oil refineries. So, but that's how we'll get the steam here. Yeah, we're going to generate the steam from, what? Does it say how hot it needs to be? It doesn't seem to. Here, let me look on the... when I'm actually hovering over the true recipe. It just says steam, so it could be cooled steam. So that's as cold as we can make it. Which doesn't quite make sense, but whatever. And you're saying you're going to make it a boiler? I don't want you to make it a boiler. I want you to make it in a... well... it doesn't seem to let me. What if I make it somewhere else? Or in something else? Ah, here we go. So this can be made in an electric boiler. And 100 degree steam is fine. That does make sense. Hopefully the recipe will, you know, it'll allow that. Which just needs water. Really, we only need 1 for all the steam? 120 for 60 factories. You know, I could probably just make that locally. Is there water here? Like on the edge? Ah. Yes, there's water. So I didn't bring these either, offshore pumps. But that's okay. They're so cheap we can make them locally if we need to. Okay, you're saying we don't have the materials for construction, so we did run out of solar panels. That's fine. Here, can I just turn these all off, please? This is a little spectacled, but what can you do? 0 2 meteors destroyed. That's what I was a little worried about. So, yeah, we're not destroying meteors here, even though we are still in orbit of the same planet. And this can be canceled. But that's fine. Let's just make sure to give our bots stuff that they can use to replace things. I had some repair things somewhere, but I don't anymore, apparently. No power, because we haven't connected. Yes. There you go. Okay. What was I gonna do? I was gonna start placing out the next pattern, which needs steam, which I forgot, but that's fine. The steam isn't a major requirement. So this is turning 3 belts of cryonite powder, which we're just gonna treat as 4 belts, probably, into 60. So 15 per belt. No, maybe... Maybe 2 belts per 30? I think that might work better. 16 one-sided. Maybe another way of looking at that. Or 16 one-sided, because we're not going to do 15. This ground is very slow to walk on. Good thing I got a jetpack. We still missed one? What are you missing? Here. Can I cancel that? There. Alright, let me grab a lab. And piping. And we're gonna need more reds than we got. Than we brought along, probably. You know, that might be a reason just to not do it the way I was thinking. Because we would need a bunch of reds. So, if we rely on using greens, the assembler requirement, the inserter requirements are a lot lower, I bet. So right now we're thinking to load it in, it would require 5.6 of these total, which actually isn't that bad. So it must be a slow recipe. Yeah, let me just check. What is the recipe speed? 3 seconds. Okay. That's convenient. I hate when things are, you know, half a second to build, and then you have to, like, load it up with a bazillion inserters just to make it go. I'd rather have a bigger factory that's slower, that required, you know, a bit more planning, and that actually looked good. Like this. Somewhat. Anyway, let's actually make this now. So we think it's going to be 15 of these. And we'll probably end up, or 16 probably, but we'll, we'll probably put them back to back for the steam. Oh, and there's water output, so we're going to have to throw away. I don't actually know how to do that. In C block it'd be easy because you had a lot of, you know, you had clarifiers and that kind of thing. But if we produce excess water and our steam, kind of what we want to do is make sure, I guess we'd have to use our circuit network on our pipes to make sure that they only let new water in when the water was below a certain amount. I think that would work. I mean, it'd be really easy in C block. You just get a valve and it would let you do what you need to do. So we'll need to make a pipe or two, or a pump. But we should be able to make that work. That's not gonna be a problem. So I just wanted to make this work. And the idea is there's going to be 2 going in the middle. And then the same group below. And I guess we need to have it on both sides also for the pattern to work. A little irritating. Do I want to do this differently? I kind of don't, because we need the room on one side of the machine for inserting. Though, do we really? I mean, I'm content using more pipes than I think I would have needed to. But like I said, I think we can get away with just a single one per. And we're pulling it off unevenly, I know, because these don't really need to be next to each other. We could just have three lines completely parallel. I'm just doing this for aesthetic purposes. And they output onto another belt. What's the output like? What's the count? So we're turning 3 belts of powder into less than 1 belt of crystal. So maybe okay, actually, this is actually going to work much better. We're going to do all the work in the middle. So these are, wait a minute. They do need to be back up. I could do the entire thing with reds. No, you know what? I like this pattern better, even if it isn't what we need. I think okay, we're going to do that pattern, but we're just going to take off the outside. So it's just going to be a somewhat pipe inefficient pattern. But it's going to look a lot better, I'm sure. Here, put this right there. And we can have a line for each of these, I guess. So steam. And this will be water. I'm probably not being very clear about why I didn't like the previous thing, but that's okay. Just take my word for it that it wasn't very good. Oh, are we messing up our power? How much does the substation cover? Yeah, we're going to need to put a substation over here too, so we should move this up one. I'm gonna make my power look ugly again, aren't I? Probably. We can at least make it evenly distributed ugly. Alright, how many of these we need? 30, right? So 32. And then we just duplicate the entire thing. So this is a 4, or that's 8. 16. 32. And actually, let's actually lay out the other one a little better, because now we can rely on the same power and pipes. So give me a few more of those labs and pipes, please. Bots, why are you getting all tired? Alright, so same sort of structure, exactly. Like this. Oh, let's move it down one. Or no, we'll just put the pipes on the other side. Alright, then the 3 lines. And these again. Alright, and all that will be the same. Except it whatever. Except in this time it's reversed because the pipes are on the other side. Am I even recording? I mean, it's been 2 hours. I probably should have checked by that by now. But yes, I am apparently recording. Alright, and this will go all the way down here. And like that. Alright, and we need roboports on this side also. This must be maintained. Looks like we're low on some stuff, perhaps. I mean, they're in range of that right there. Or maybe all our bots are just busy. No? But it's not showing me that I'm out of things. Maybe they're just all on the way. Alright, and that's the input. That's the input. You guys can stop here. We'll deal with the water steam cycle in a moment. Well, no, we won't. We'll deal with that later. But all this together is less than 1. And it's going to be going here. So... there we go. Or would it be better if it went up 1? I think it would look a bit more harmonious if we did it that way. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's uneven. There's 2 things here, so it either one of these is the middle. But this was clearly not the middle. All right, so that's the crystal. Now we need to make a whole bunch of powder. We haven't even set the mining yet, and we need to do the oil. But the powder should be pretty simple. So this is... It's 1-to-1. So it's 4 belts of cryonite to 4 belts of powder. One thing I do need to be aware of is that because this planet is so much smaller, we are going to be more likely to get hit by any random meteorite, which is a bit of a shame. So the powder needs to go in both places, both over here and over there. In fact, what's the rate? What's the split? So it's these pull in 3/4 of a belt, and you pull in the other 3 belts. So almost all the belts go away. So what am I looking for? It's 25 pulverizers. How many pulverizers did I bring? I brought like 80, I thought. Or some huge number. Like, I was setting up a scale that was much bigger than this. Maybe I didn't bring that many. 25. And that's for 4 belts. So 8 per belt. And logistics is pretty high, actually. To the point where I want to use a green rather than a red to load. Which should be fine. To both load and unload. I should probably get a green. So we can lay out the pattern at least. There. So I want to build these going vertical, so 1 can go off that way and 3 can go off that way. So a pulverizer pulverizing cryonite powder. Let's just take a look at this. So core fragments for cryonite, which this planet does not have, by the way. This planet has iridite, right? Which does not give me any cryonite. So eventually this is all going to have to move to a planet that actually does give me cryonite. But hopefully, you know, that's a few million cryonite down the road. This will keep us going for a while. We are going to get a bunch of sand out of this that we're going to have to deal with. And sand, too, not rock. But I think we can make landfill from sand. But it's worth just keeping in mind that the extra logistic requirements of carting away the sand also. So I've been saying it's 3.5 belts, but really it's 4 belts. Because the sand is going to be consuming space on that same belt. For a little bit, at least. Unless I want to try doing something sneaky. I don't think so. I think we're just going to have 4 belts, and it's just going to be a bit limited. Which is unfortunate, but it's easier than having to deal with that. So, what did I say I was going to do? I was going to do 8. We'll set up 2 at a time and then just double it. And it's a huge facility, but it's only going to pull in one thing and then output one thing. Or out, well, 2 things put onto one belt. So it's actually kind of simple. In terms of its, logistics. Do they cover everything? No. Why don't they cover everything? Because the belt's in the way. Should I just use these instead? Might be easier. Or we could do like something nifty and have them go underneath one in the middle. But whatever, this works. Am I out of roboports? Did I really not bring more than like a dozen or so? Oh, I brought a ton of them. I just put them all in my, I put them in this facility. You put them in my, up here. I guess we don't really need these out on the edge. I can steal some from here. And if we need to, we can make this more compact. Alright. Oops. And I would actually need to use stack filters. Or probably I can use the splitters to pull them off. If I can grab a splitter. Oh, did I bring just like a furnace? No, but probably I can use an industrial furnace. Like I figured I might as well make some glass while I'm here. Or, so let me think about this. The total amount of glass is less than a belt, right? The total amount of sand is less than a belt. It's 0.9. So we really just need to filter it at the end. Let me think. So filter sand left. get some underground. Yeah, this will work. Well, let me think about this. I want to make sure that it's somewhat balanced. Like that. So we have these two are being on both sides. This one's only on the right side. This one's only on the left side. Hopefully that's a balanced output. Okay. We've lost our symmetry, but I don't mind. Can I pull this one back a little bit more? Yes. And these are our 4 lines. These 3 will push into there, and this one we can just send right over, right? Or do I have that backwards? I think that's right. 1 line goes towards the industrial furnaces. I guess I could balance, but I don't know. I don't really want to bother at the moment. I know I should balance. Okay. Let's bring everything over to be balanced. Hopefully this works. It's kind of a messy system. Here. And you are coming over here. And you 3 are going over this way. Which we said we were going to handle as 4 belts. So... and these are already balanced, so I'm sure we can just split it somewhat awkwardly. that gonna work? Maybe. I'm gonna pretend like I will. But the idea is that this is gonna get split in half, this is gonna get split in half, and then the middle one's gonna get split in half, and half of it's gonna be added to each of them. Maybe, no, there's a better way to do it than that. I'm thinking too much in terms of order of operations, or whatever. There. Now this top one gets split and then fed into, and then half of it gets mixed onto that one, half of it gets mixed onto that one, and then these go. I think? Maybe? It might not be mathematically perfect. I don't care. At this point, I'm happy just to have something that works. Oh, I need more reds. There. I think that works. So one of these goes over and gets smelted. 3 of them come over here, get turned into 4, go into here and get crystallized. The crystal still needs to have steam built in. This still needs the actual rock. And we need to deal with the excess... we need to deal with this excess... what's it called? Sand. Which I don't know how much we're going to be producing, but I'm sure we can just get rid of it easily. Yeah, landfill from sand. How do I have wood? Oh, I guess the planet had wood on it. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. But give me some steel, please. I'm sure we have some steel. One more thing of steel. Nope, not that, not that, not that. No! There you go, good. Looks like our science stopped also. Like, I haven't seen a new science pop up in a while. That's 75? Has it been moving? Nope, our labs are stopped. Our space labs are stopped. What are you out of? You're out of blue circuits. Okay. Well, that's something for us to fix. we're approaching the 2.5 hour mark, which is a little silly. Even though this isn't functional yet, I think I'm gonna stop here. We need to go back to the planet and probably get some more stuff for oil production anyway. We'll send over another rocket. Maybe also include some more defense stuff. I don't know, I haven't thought about it. But like, we are gonna be getting hit by meteors out here. What is not going right here? Let's place these, please. Thank you. And we actually have to start doing the mining at some point. I'm not sure if our power will handle that. I mean, we got a lot of power. And we're not consuming, like, anything. But we don't have that much power. I mean, we do need to be shooting stuff into space from here. Anyway. I'm going to stop here. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Do let me know what you think about the whole inventory management loading the rocket. Should I just get a rocket ready to go before the beginning of the episode, and then we can say, and now we're heading to Sol Salas to get oil, and I have like an entire rocket full of stuff ready to go? Or should I, do you want to see my thought process as I prepare carefully? Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Until next time.